Alright guys, a blessed day, Jum'ah. Let's respond to this Zindiq, inshallah. Video starts with a Safawi bid'ah of Ali and Waliullah, which is from the Mufawwadah, which from the extremists. They added it to the Adhan. It's going to be for another topic. Ahlul Bayt would never agree with this. And then in this ugly Majusi Qum way.
Sunnis always ask the Shia, bring me an ayah from the Qur'an that's muhkama to prove Imamah. What do you say about this? Bismillah.
Muhkama yani a clear-cut, unambiguous dalil from the Qur'an for their Imamah.
Rahman Rahim. So this is usually, like you said, is a question that is always asked by Sunnis, and usually you see it a lot in Speaker's Corner. The answer to this is this. Are they trying to say that al-masadr al-tashri' or al-masadr, so the sources where we take our aqidah, is only the Qur'an?
Strawman argument. The learned ones, definitely from Ahlul Sunnah, do not say this. No, it's not daruri. It's not a necessity. Of course, the sources are not only the Qur'an. Islam is Qur'an and Sunnah. These are the main two sources of tashri'.
Is that what they're saying? That's point one. Because if it is, then they have disbelieved in the Sunnah. So if I am not able to bring an ayah muhkama from the Qur'an to prove my belief, it still doesn't mean that my aqidah is wrong. Because
of course it means your aqidah is wrong. Because this is not a belief. This is not a branch of a belief. This is the point of salvation according to Rafidism. Imamah, or more precisely the wilayah of Ali, everything else, including Tawheed, is connected to this specific wilayah. Yet there is no clear-cut evidence in the Qur'an. Forget about the Sunnah.
The source of knowledge is not just the Qur'an. There are two, Qur'an and the Sunnah.
Correct.
Sahih? That's point one. Point two, if we are going to say that, no, it has to be in the Qur'an, I say bring your dalil. Sahih? What's your proof? That a primary belief like imamah, al-i'tiqad bil-imamah, al-ilahiyya, does it necessarily have to be in the Qur'an? If it does, prove it. And show me who said it.
Well, we say all the main beliefs of the Muslimin are in the Qur'an. We're not talking about branches. We're not talking about the sifat of Allah and then specific sifat, which is Jahil is going to bring an example in a few seconds. We're talking about all the usul are clearly muhkam in the Qur'an. There is about Tawheed, Qul huwallahu ahad. There's clear-cut verse for Nubuwwah, Muhammad Rasulullah. There's even clear-cut dalil for the Khilafah of prophets like Dawood and others who are allegedly inferior to their Imams, who we are supposed to follow and who are more crucial to our and mankind's salvation than the previous prophets, the likes of Ibrahim alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, and so on. This is what we say.
And why is a hujjah upon me, that opinion? Actually, you know what? Bring me something from the Salaf, from them, to prove that I have to believe it. Or bring me something from my beliefs, from my Imams, that says I have to prove it from the Qur'an.
We don't need to. All we say your Imamah, your version of Imamah, wilayah of Ali, forget about the other 12, are not in the Qur'an. We go further. We say forget about Ali being mentioned by name, or we don't even know. That one you can never ever prove, except with Batini esoterical Zindiq type tafsir. Neither Ali's wilaya nor the other 11 Imams, none of them are in the Qur'an. And what we also say is your form of imamah, your specific form of imamah, that i.e. that after the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there must be a form of guidance by a entity or group of infallibles, and that this is continuously ongoing until Qiyamah. This is nothing but a myth, a khurafa, a ustura, and is not in the Quran. That's the correct statement. It's not in the Quran. So that's why rightfully every Muslim says, bring it, show me where it is in the Quran. I agree if somebody restricts it to Quran and only, I believe this is not the correct way. A Sunni should be more confident because Ahlul Sunnah is superior. Ahlul Sunnah can challenge the Rafida by saying to them, from Qur'an and Sunnah, yes, bring it, let's debate. That's why I say to his likes, let's debate. That's why he doesn't want to debate. That's why he ran away from Farid. That's why he ran away from me. And he will still run away, you will see. If not, alhamdulillah, good, we are waiting.
Yes. The third point is, define to me ayah muhkama.
So,
what is ayah muhkama? As in,
the miskin in the background. Hassan, he says define, yani do ta'arif, ayah muhkama. Now he's playing with semantics. Yani, if you don't know what the ayah muhkama is, of course, these, dropping these lines, he wants to impress these juhal who sit around him. Everybody can look up what muhkam means in Arabic, what ayah muhkama means, what mutashabihat means, we as Muslims, we don't believe that the Quran is like the book of the Riddler, waliyadu billah, where things are out of, where, as their scholars believe, that the Sahaba have put this verse there and have misguided the masses. So verses about the wives have been placed where it's allegedly only about the Ahlul Bayt, as in 12 infallible Imams and the Prophet and Fatima, alayhum as-salam. We do not believe that all these batini tafasir, that they are from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We believe very easy that every Ami can understand it. Muhkam is clear cut, something that is unambiguous. Like when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ, is unambiguous. When Allah speaks about verses and addresses us, where everybody understands that this cannot have any other interpretation except قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ, say Allah is one. So this is just to distract, Well, let's continue.
do I have to go by your definition of ayah muhkama? Because if I do, then what's the point?
No problem. You don't need to go by our definition. In a public debate, you present your best shots, your best proofs from the Quran. You bring your best proofs for your imamah, your type of imamah, from the Quran and the Sunnah. Mashi? From both, we sit together, and then people can decide. Allah gave people aql. People can decide if your hujjah, your arguments, which are rather the arguments, the so-called superior and intellectual arguments, make sense, are muhkam, are clear-cut, unambiguous for mankind to understand. And if that's the truth, and the truth is with you, then the world will shout salawat, and embrace the mazhab Ahl Bayt, and then everything is fine and dandy. But if not, then people will understand what a fraud Rafidism is.
So in reality, the discussion has to start off with, let's see if we agree on what the definition, ta'rif al-ayah al-muhkama is. That's one. Two, we have to also see what is our understanding of imamah.
No problem. You can lay that out and explain to people, we, the Shia, the Imamiyah, believe that this is Imamah, that there has to be, every time needs a hujjah, either an Imam or a Prophet, but he has to be infallible, because we are like the Mu'tazila. We say that it is a logical necessity that they are aqliyan be proven, and so on and so forth. And then people can judge.
So now this is the jawab al-naqdi. Then you say the negative answer. Because these are points that needs to be established. Another point is this. Do we have an ayah muhkamah to prove imamah?
Yeah.
And do we need to prove everything within our beliefs regarding imam in the Qur'an?
SubhanAllah, you see another straw man. No, nobody made that claim. Do we need to prove everything regarding our imamah? Ya Baba, come and prove aslan, the asl of your imamah, which is, when we say the asl, all of us believe in a form, obviously, we are not anarchists. All of us believe in a form of imamah, rulership. You call it imamah, khilafah, mulk. We are Muslims, even non-Muslims, most of them believe that there has to be some form of rule upon humanity that is organized. But we say your form of imamah that stipulates all of these things, that after the final prophet, the real hujjah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there is alleged 12 hujjaj who are infallible, who receive forms of wahi and all other khurafat with the clause they always add. They turn everything, every khurafa they think becomes suddenly Sunnah in Islam by adding bi'idhnillah. We say, bring your hujjaj for this type of imamah. Imami, 12 imamah is not in the Qur'an.
No. Can a Salafi, for example, prove all of the sifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that they are obliged to believe in?
Look, this person, Allah musta'an, can a Salafi prove every sifat that he's... First of all, you see, the sifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as a Muslim, even a Shia, even every school, they believe in the sifat of Allah. There's difference of opinions of what is defined as a sifat and what is not. What is a sifat? What is a sifa and what is not? What is an attribute and what is not? So this is the asl here. So you see, he goes to the branches. We say that the asl of your imam is not the Quran. The asl which says that there is a form of continuation, which this is what it is, of prophethood really. That is why the big scholars, the likes of Mufid and Majlisi and whatnot, said that from the logical point of view, we don't see a difference between prophet and imam. The only reason they don't call them imams, they're imams prophets, it's because, their text doesn't allow them to do so. Otherwise, they share all the characteristics of prophets. That is why they are more severe. Bila shak, they are more severe in kufr than the Qadianiyah. We are asking you to sit down with us and debate.
And from the Quran, no. For example, they believe from the sifat of Allah that you have to believe in is the harwala, that Allah jogs. I don't jog.
Obviously you don't jog, right? Obviously. As for harwala, Allah jogs, this is not an usuli issue. The usul issue is to believe in the sifat. There is a text that some scholars accept, some scholars, even among the Salafis, some of them accept it, some of them don't accept it, some of them see it in the realm that yes, you can interpret it. There's a lot of discussions about that. And then there's others, then there's Ash'aris who aslan don't interpret it literally at all. So why don't bring them up? See all these games he plays while he's not jogging, which is true, you can see, in order to impress his followers. Anyway, I'm telling you guys, there is a reason why someone like him had a big mouth and came to speakers' corners and says, where are the Salafis, where are the Haq Ali bin Abi Talib? There's a reason why he made that scene and never came back. There's a reason why you know, when it comes to me, they could come with the excuse, Ibn Hussein Shimrani is too harsh. But then came Farid. Yani, how can you call Farid harsh and whatnot? Yani, this shameless person refused to debate Farid with the excuses of Farid has X stains on his clothes. This person then is talking about, about haiba and rujula, manhood and respect and being a talibul ilm. He's recorded in history as someone who ran away from me and then ran away from Farid with the excuse of Farid has X stains on his cloth. Now you know why these type of people, him in particular, crack jokes about not jogging, sitting just with their mates, and would never debate any of us. Because in a debate about this khurafa, ustura of wilaya and imama, the root cause of all the Rafidi evil, they would be never able to prove it when debating with someone in ex-Shia like myself, and the world could see it. So I doubt that he would step forward. But if he does, ahlan wa sahlan.